Hey guys, this is Locke. In today's video, I'm actually going to be doing some pre-planning for the Final Fantasy VII collaboration that we're expecting. Now, you might think that this is a little bit early to talk about or plan for, but the reason that I decided to do this anyway is because of the summer banner that's going on right now and the two summer limited units that we are expecting. So I'm hoping by reviewing these units and also sharing my plan with you guys, maybe you can also decide what your plans are. For me, I am very likely going to be getting two units that are not free, so I will need at least like 80k saved up for the pity, and then additionally like whatever I need to get the shards and mock spheres and so on and so on. So anyway, I decided that I would share with that. So if I need 80k, for example, then I probably can't afford to get the summer units. Like summer Kilfei or Elserel, and then I have to make a decision on do I want Elserel more than I want Cloud, or more than I want Aerith or whatever. I had to figure those decisions out. So that's why I'm reviewing these, so you guys can understand these characters and how I rate them, and hopefully it'll help you to form your decisions, which you would use to make your decisions like these coming weeks on what to do with the summer banners. So without further ado, I'm going to get right into it. So there are going to be 4 units that are released. I think 2 of them should be released at the beginning of the collaboration, and then 2 more should be coming afterwards. The first 2 that are released will be Tifa and Cloud, and Tifa will be given to everybody for free. So we don't actually have to we don't have to spend any Vizier to pull her. We just have to spend Vizier to max her, get her shards and other resources like awakening materials and Paradise of Blossoms and stuff like that. But the unit is already given for free, so we don't need to spend any Vizier to actually pull her. So what do I think about her? I think she is very good to pair with 2B. If I look at her stats, and if I look at her status elements, so you'll notice that she has resistance to charm and stop. She is kind of designed in a way that she can be played as an evade character. With the vision cards that Wind has available, you can build her to be, like a very evasive unit to go along with 2B. And because she already has Charm and Stop Resist, and you can give her the Tetrasulfate Esper to give her 25% Disable Resist, those are 3 very commonly used resistances that you want on your character, right? And on top of that, 2B also has Charm Resist, and she has Disable Resist, or she has the skill that gives you Disable Resist, I believe. And you can give 2B Stop Resist by giving her the ribbon, which also increases evade, so you'd probably want to do that anyway. So both these characters will have, will both be very evasive, and they will both have a lot of resistances, specifically resistant to Charm, because a lot of people have been using Steel Heart as a way to bypass these evasive units, so you can't do that with 2B or Tifa. So I think they go very well together. And their vision cards, when Tifa is released, she gets a vision card that increases Wind units evade by 20, and 2B has a vision card that increases Wind units luck by 35%. So they pretty much go hand in hand together, and she's very, very good if you pair her with 2B. Personally, though, I'm probably not going to build her. There are a few reasons why. So I don't really want to play, strictly speaking, Wind Evade. It just doesn't seem that interesting to me personally. So that's why I'm not planning to do that. I think Crowell is probably my most interesting Wind character right now, and I would probably want to do something with him. And neither of the vision cards help him really with like Wind. There's no Wind Missile. Well, yeah, there isn't any Wind Missile cards that pairs along with Luck or Evade, so it's hard to pair him with her. There you can do it. There is a person, I think his name is PST, who is running Tifa, 2B, and Crowell, and he seems to be doing pretty well. So it is possible to do. It's just, again, you have to, if you have unlimited resources, then yeah, I would get all of them, right? But if I'm gonna stick to 2, Tifa is probably not the one that I would want to go for. She'll probably be the number 3 on my list. I would still probably get her Guild Banner shards and stuff, because she's already a free character. Maybe they'll have more events when I get more of these units, or maybe when I'm pulling for Cloud, I will pull like 3 Tifas or something. So I mean, I might as well build up whatever I have, right? But I'm not planning on maxing her out. So as I said, there's a few reasons for it. So the way I play the game, I'm really interested in units that do really well for live PvP. So she starts with move 4. If you give her the Shukachi's passive, she starts with move 4 and jump 3. That's very good. Is it move 4 and jump 3 or move 4 and jump 2? Let me just double check. 1 second. Yeah, so she starts with move 3, jump 2. If you give her the Shukachi, it'll be move 4 and jump 3. And so she can get around pretty well. A lot of the like class match type maps, heights play a big role in there. So she has a means to navigate the map, in my opinion. But unfortunately, when I look through her skills, like they're either short range or they're like height 1, like this kind of skill where it's like height 1 AOE range height 1. And I find that it's a bit harder to use, so I have to probably get into range to try to use the skill like even more than I want to. So even if these skills are, like this one is like up to range 5, right? 1, 2, 3, yeah, range 5, and this one, there are some squares I can aim that are like range 6. So she has high range, but because of the limitation of the height, I might not always be able to take advantage of that. So it seems like she's the style where you can move around very well with her, especially with having access to Poison Mist on her ninja sub job, which is right here. Poison Mist, so she can move around very easily. And I think this skill also, you can probably aim at a panel to target a panel and move around with that. So you have 2 skills to move around. You don't even need to take the ninja sub job. You can probably move around with the skill if you have the AP for it. But I think for me, just that lack of a range 2 skill is a real downer for me, because 2B is also the same way. She also doesn't have a good skill that has range 2. I think the only one that she has was like high-end on her samurai sub job. So that's only a range 3 height range 2. That's the only one I think that she has. So it's a little bit hard to use both of them if combined together. And so that's why for me, I would rather not play Wind Evade, but that's me. And like it depends on your goals. Maybe you really like evasion, maybe you really like Tifa. So you can make that choice, but that's how I'm thinking about it. But still, like whatever shards I get, I mean, I'll happily take them. For the guild banner shards that I can get for free, yeah, I will definitely spend the 25 million Vizier every day to get the 10 shards, because I think that's a pretty good deal. So that's Tifa. Now I'm going to go into the second unit, which is Cloud. And Cloud, I think, is very powerful. I think he's going to do very well. I'm definitely interested in pulling him. So just to go over some of the things here. So typically speaking, these physical type units, I'm always concerned about their AP consumption, because that's always an issue. Like if I'm using, for example, right now, if I'm using Summer Lilith and Federica on the same team, who do I give keys as belts to? I only have one, and other AP generating options are a little bit limiting, right? So I have to really think about who I want to give it to. And I think Cloud will come with some of the same challenges. If I'm running him alongside Federica, who do I give the belts to? Because, Federica can spam barrage. I mean, he can as well, but Federica has a lot longer range, and maybe it's better to put it on her versus him. So I'll have the same challenges. But thankfully, he comes with some things that are built in that kind of help with that. One of them is his TMR. Now, if I'm using his TMR, obviously I won't be able to use a different TMR, but this is one option. Like if you're, it's one way of dealing with the problem of needing to have high AP. But there's another skill that he has, which I think is an even better option. He has a buff that he can provide to himself and his allies that give 10 AP when you max out the skill. It gives 10 AP whenever him or his allies are performing a critical hit. So basically, like he has sharpshoot, which costs 19 AP to use. If that sharpshoot is a critical hit, he'll get back 10. So now sharpshooters only cost 9. So 4 times 9 is, what, 36 AP? So you can use 4 casts of sharpshoot with 36 AP. Barrage costs 45, now it'll cost 35. So, this is a way of managing it, right? I think that this buff will be like pretty good, especially if it can get his critical hit to pretty high. So I think with that, it would help me to manage the AP consumption a lot with him, so I can run him and I don't have to give him keys as spells. In fact, I am probably not going to give him keys as spells or even his TMR. His TMR is just one option that I talked about, but I think there's a better TMR to use on him, and that is Keenblade, because he can wear heavy cost armor, so he's definitely able to wear Rob's Rob's TMR and use Keenblade, and Keenblade gives 21 AP. It's a 42 TP skill. It gives everybody extra CT. It gives them basically like a chance for everybody to take an extra move or half of a move or something. But it gives him a lot of AP. It gives him 21 AP. And for being low on AP, that is not being low on AP, but needing AP to do the stuff that he needs to do. Having a source that gives him a lot of AP like that, I think, is a definite boon to him. So I don't think the AP issues will be so limiting, just because I'll most likely run him with Keenblade, which is already going to give him a lot of AP. And then this buff, this buff is also giving him a lot of AP too, actually. It gives him, so it's a 34 TP skill, so that gives him an additional 17 AP. And then if you perform a critical hit, he restores 10 AP every time. I think that's pretty good. So I think, that's what I'm going to say about the AP stuff being an issue. Now, as for him as a unit, I think he's a good unit. I think his only real weakness, aside from the AP issue, is that he has jump 1. I can use this skill on him, which gives him move +1 and attack plus 24%, but there's no other way of increasing his jump. So that might be an issue on some maps, because he only has jump 1, so he'll have move for jump 1. But I'm hoping it won't be too much of an issue, simply because he has that ranger subjob, and some of the ranger skills have ridiculous height. So this is height range 4, this is height range 5, and this is sharpshoot, which is a guaranteed hit, so it'll take care of some of these evasion comps that you might be seeing. And then he has barrier break on his main. Tifa also has barrier break, I forgot to mention, but that's I think barrier break skills are very important, because so many people are running barriers these days. So he has a guaranteed, he has a slash guaranteed AoE skill, and then he has where is his barrier? Oh, his barrier break is actually on his limit burst. So you can only use it once, but that might be the one time you need to use it to take out a key unit. And it's there if you need to use it. He has, what else does he have? So he has access to 2 types of damage, right? He has access to slash damage and missile damage. I don't even need to use him on a lightning team. I can see comps where I can use him alongside Crowell. So it really all depends on the cards you run him with, and the espers you run him with, and your overall team comp. I'm not sure if I would want to be running mono comps, because I can see myself getting shut down so hard, especially in CM. So I don't know if I'll be running a full lightning team, but there are comps that I can see that are viable by using different units, and I feel like he would fit in a lot of units because of the things that he brings. So I'm really interested in building him. I think he has a lot of potential. So I definitely think that he would probably be the first unit that I would aim for. And I think because he's coming out with Tifa anyway, he will be the first unit that I have a chance of pulling. So I'll probably spend up to 40k to pull him and pity him. That is the plan right now. Pity him meaning I don't pull him in the first 40k. And I am planning to max him at least to 125. Sorry, not 120. To 115. I don't know if the job level 25 skill is that important. I mean, sure, it's an AOE. It gives you an additional chance to crit, so I guess it helps with this buff, which gives some AP back. But I don't know. I don't know if it's that useful. It only has a AOE height of 1. It has a range of 2. I don't know if that's that useful. So he might be one unit that I can see leaving at 115. So that saves me like 120 mind spheres, because I don't need to take him all the way up to one. Actually, I think it might be. I think it might save me more. I think it saves me like 160 because I don't need job level 24 or 25. I don't know. Basically, it saves me a bunch of mind spheres, right? I will probably eventually want to get him to one, you know, to level 120. So I'll probably stick him in the barracks, and eventually try to get him there. But I would most likely not be tempted to get him to 120 like very very quickly. That's how I feel. Now the next unit that I'm going to review is, I think, one of the most versatile units that is going to be dropping with this collaboration. And I apologize if I missay some of these names. I actually didn't play Final Fantasy VII, but I know a lot about it. Like, meaning I've seen random clips on the internet, basically, is what I mean by I know a lot about it. So I don't really know a lot about it. But Aerith, I think she is going to be one of the most versatile units. And I'm definitely very interested in building her and pulling for her. And hopefully I don't have to pity her, but if I do, if it comes to that, I would like to pity her, spend the 40k on her banner, and get her. So why do I think she's so versatile? So AP has always been an issue, right? Like we just talked about it. Oh, I have to do all these things to manage AP on Cloud. She gives you a skill that gives allies AP. So where is it? Restores 20 AP for the target. So this is a very good supportive unit, but she also is able to do damage, right? Like she has skills that do, you know, like the skills are a little bit maybe hard to aim, but she is able to, like, if you need to get her to do some damage, she has a range 2 skill, sorry, a range 4 skill with height range of 2, and it has a modifier of 185%. Sure, it does have a bit of a cast time, but it's there if you need to do some damage with her. But so the damage thing is really just like an extra, but there are so many other things that she does. So first of all, she restores AP. She gives AoE resistance to herself, so she's able to survive a little bit better, maybe with like barrages and stuff. But she has a skill that reduces magic damage, so she creates a magic shield for herself and her allies. She restores HP, which is always nice. She has re-raise, and you can see how a lot of people are using Yuna for re-raise shenanigans and all kinds of things. So she has re-raise. She then has the time-age skills that make a lot of people very valuable, like she has haste, she has quicken, she has transposition. So basically, she is a very strong supportive unit. I think automatically, especially within the PvP community, within the CM community, if a unit has haste and quicken, they're already considered a good support unit. Shell, basically, that's all she does, and so many people use her, right? People use her to great effects. Like people have come up, people have ranked number 1 using Shell in CM. I know some people have done that. So she already has like the base skills that you need to be considered a good support unit, which is haste and quicken. And then she has re-raise. And then she has not only restoring HP, but increasing the spirit of units. So if I'm running a team with Cloud on it, Cloud has a bit of a weakness to magic damage. But, running her alongside Cloud, she also increases the spirit of Cloud, just helping him to survive magic damage just a little bit better. And then she has, again, the magic shield, not only for herself, but for allies, so she can help Cloud, again, to survive magic damage better. And Cloud's weakness, one of his weaknesses, meaning that he needs AP, she can help with that too. So not only is she able to do all these like quicken, hasting stuff, she's able to do re-raises, she's able to restore HP, give spirit, give magic barriers, give AP. Like, it's insane the amount of stuff she can do. So this is why I think she is probably the most versatile unit, because you can probably stick her into like any comp. She does have weaknesses though. Being a water unit, I think just being a water unit is a weakness, simply because Frederica has like one of the longest ranges in the game. She has all kinds of ways to penetrate your missile resistances and defenses and things like that. So water units are always at a inherent disadvantage to being sniped, and that's just something that she kind of has to deal with. But you can't have everything, right? So that is one of her weaknesses, but I think she just has like so many strengths. and such a versatile character that I am very interested in building her. Um, but if there is a like a CM map or something where you can't use quicken and haste, you can also bring her as a rune knight subjob, and she can do some uh like instant cast high damage spells under un, in this with this job. So basically, she will use the skill, the Drain Evocation skill, to increase her magic by 100% for one turn. And after she uses this, she can go to town basically by using the skill afterwards and doing a ton of damage, right? So that's there. Um, you can also bring her for raids because she will decrease water resistance by 38%. And then she's also able to, with her limit burst, she is able to restore HP and increase defenses for allies. So overall, I think she's just a very strong support character. So I haven't read the reviews of other people that play JP about these units specifically. So this is what I'm thinking. These are my thoughts. These are, the stuff that I have in my head. If I'm totally off base with any of these units, please let me know, because I'm always interested in hearing what people have to say. And if I if you say you're really wrong about this, and I think about it and I decide, hey, you know what, you're probably right. I'll probably do a video saying, you know what, thanks for changing my mind. This is probably what it really is. And I get those, time to time, and I'm like, yeah, I was pretty wrong about this, so thank you for correcting me. Or pin the comment and say, yeah, you're totally right. This is how it really should be, or something like that. So if you guys think I'm totally off base with this, let me know. I would definitely like to hear your opinion and your thoughts about that. Now the next unit, the last unit, for this collaboration is the Ice Tank Gunner, Barret. And again, I apologize if I say their names wrong. I am saying it as I see it spelt, but maybe they have different pronunciations or something. I think Barret is, as an idea, I think he's very unique because he is a gunner. He has access to long range because with whatever his main subjobs, his main job's name is going to be, he also has access to the actual gunner subjob skills. So one of the things that the subjob of gunner gives you is a range 2 passive. So he has long range, right? He has long range on his skills, but he also has this other passive that increases chance of being targeted. Basically, it's a hate skill, so you can use him as a hate tank. Now, I'm not sure if that's for me personally. As I'm a person that likes to play live PvP on manual, this hate skill isn't really anything for me because that's not going to do anything, right? But for people that like to play in auto environments like arena or auto class match, maybe this is something to consider. But I don't know. You really have to think about it because typically speaking, you want your tank to be at the front, right? Taking damage from enemies. Like if he has the hate passive, but he's so far in the back doing damage from far away, enemies are just going to target whoever they can target. They can't hit him because he's just so far away, right? So maybe you don't want to put the range passive on him. It's an option, but you don't have to do it. But yeah, it's just a little bit counterintuitive in my opinion. So I don't know if he's going to be very effective. I haven't listened to too much from any of these units, but I think I heard that he wasn't performing too well in JP. Again, let me know if I'm wrong about that, but that's what I sort of heard. But other than that, I mean, even ignoring that, so you don't have to take the hate skill, right? So suppose you take different skills. Suppose you take the increased range 2 passive, and you take I don't know, the increased missile attack 15 or something. Or maybe you want to build it more tanky and you take the increased defense and increase critical evasion or something, right? So you take 2 other passives, and then you look through his skills, and nothing really jumps out at me. He doesn't have a barrier break. He doesn't have a dispel spread. He doesn't have anything really. Like even his skills, like these are gunner skills, so they have like line of sight issues. The one interesting thing he has is his job level 120 skill, which uh, uh, says dispel to ignore fatal damage for target. So I think this is a skill that will remove like immortal spirit from triggering. So sure, I guess that might be kind of interesting, but the range is a little bit low. Even if you put like the concentrate passive to increase it by +2, and then do like the aimed fire buff or something to increase range by one more, it'll be a range 5 skill, I guess. Uh, and I mean, if it's a box, I guess sure it'll have quite a huge range of effect, but usually people don't try not to clutter within like 3 spaces, right? So I don't know how often you can hit a lot of units with it unless they clutter up. So I don't know. Like, I think conceptually it's an interesting idea, but I don't see him working very well. Um, like he just doesn't bring anything interesting besides this one skill, and would I bring him just for that skill? Probably not, right? So that's how I feel. That's why I don't like he would be the fourth one on my list, and even if I like happen to pull him off chance, sure I'll get the free guild banner, but I would leave it at that. I probably wouldn't do anything more with him just because I don't really see him being too useful. Um, it's good that they gave him a second gunner, like a second range job. Which so if you look at his main skills, right? Like a lot of these skills have lower ranges. Like this has a range of 3, this has a range of 4. So it's nice that they gave him a second range job that has like range 5 skills. So with the other passive, like the concentrated passive, this can go up to 7. But both of these are, gunner type skills. So I believe they will both suffer from the same issues of needing like line of sight. And that, like, being a person that has played Frederica for so long, before a unit like Nivlo came along, that line of sight issue was such a huge headache that I almost always use the archer skills like sharpshoot, poison arrow, barrage. Those are the skills I always use. I don't really use like the vital shot or the arm shot. Like those are very very difficult to use, and there are very limited opportunities, especially in like CM maps where you have varying heights and obstacles in the way and things like that. So I don't know. I'm not really impressed by him. That's just what I'm gonna say. So my plan, just to reiterate, and if you guys want to know what I'm gonna do, so I'm planning to take Cloud to 115, and I'm planning to take Aerith to 120 because her job level 120 skill I think is very very good, which is like a re-raise. I think that's a fantastic skill, so I would definitely want to get her to 120. But anyway, this is my plan. Let me know what you guys think. Let me know what your plans are. What are you guys thinking, right? With this plan, I would need at least like 80k Vizier just to save for pity. Um, and yeah, I mean, I don't know. I'll see what's dropping next week. I'll see what Elturel's like. If we get Elturel, I don't know if we are going to, but I have a strong suspicion that we are. But yeah, I'll see what that's about. But this is then I have to make choices. Like, do I want Elturel and Cloud, or do I want Elturel and Aerith, or do I just want Cloud and Aerith, or whatever? I have to figure it out. But yeah, this is my plan. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I hope you guys enjoyed hearing my thoughts. I hope to see you in the next one. Take care.